Well, hello, people. It's the professor here. Today, we're going to talk about the misconception that people have about people that are self employed or in business for themselves. Uh, if you're in business, that means at least two common things to everybody you know, your friends and family, and, uh, and everybody else. Number one, you're rich. If you're in business, you've got to be rich. Because after all, you work all the time, and look at what you charge and look at the money you make, which leads to number two. Uh, you know, uh, oh, you're in business. You can take off anytime you want. You know, just, oh, I don't feel like working today. Take off. Or, why don't you just take a 2 week vacation? You don't have to answer to anybody. Well, number one, uh, if you're in business, it doesn't automatically make you rich. Um, Not to say a lot of people in business don't have money, but some people are actually rich. I am not one of those. Also, you cannot just take off if you wake up in the morning and decide you're not going to work, or decide today during the day that, well, I think I'm going to take a 2 week vacation. Um, because even though you have people working for you, most likely, and especially if it's just you as a sole proprietor and no employees, put you in a position where you really can't just up and take off. Because, uh, with exception, a lot of people have appointments. They have commitments. They have made promises to do jobs within a specified time frame. And the customers expect you to get this done. More so than 40 years ago when I started out in the business. Uh, People's expectations are higher than ever. So you can't just wake up in the morning and say, well, I don't think I'm going to work today. Screw it. And take the day off. And sometimes wives, girlfriends, or husbands, boyfriends, if it's a woman's business, they don't understand. I suffer the same thing at home. Well, it's your business. Why can't you just take off? Or, just have your guys do it. And, that leads me to another thing, what I call the absentee boss. The guy that owns a company, and the workers do all the work, and they very rarely or never see the guy or the woman. Uh, this just creates hard feelings with the workers. I myself would never expect any of my workers to do anything that I wouldn't do. And they know that. A lot of times I work when they don't work. Um, you know, it's not all roses being self employed. It has its perks, it has its downsides. And, it's not a 9 to 5 or 8 to 4 business. It's, as needed, as demanded. Um, a lot of times, uh, hours after we're done for the day, uh, I'm cleaning my truck up, getting restocked and reset for tomorrow, while everybody else is out drinking cold beer. Saturdays, Sundays, early mornings, and evenings, there's paperwork. Uh, Even if you have a secretary, an accountant, office manager, whatever, uh, you still have paperwork. You can't just keep throwing a bunch of paperwork at your people in the office and expect them to figure it out. You still have to put job packages together and hand them in and make notes, explain, send emails, whatever, to tell your billing people, your clerk, your office admin, or whatever, what the hell to do. There's an awful lot goes on behind the scenes when you're a business person. a lot of paperwork. You pay a lot of taxes. You pay workman's comp. You pay insurance for people, insurance on vehicles. It's endless bills. And, it always cracks me up if somebody says, well, man, you charge $125 an hour. You got to be rich. Well, the thing is that $125 an hour is not going in your pocket. There are a lot of expenses come out of that. Your employees' salaries come out of that. Workman's comp comes out of that. Insurance comes out of it. There's material on jobs. That's another thing. That always tears me up. Well, that was a $50,000 job. We made $50,000. Well, it might have been a $50,000 job, but it had $30,000 worth of material in it and $20,000 worth of labor. And not all that labor is going in my pocket because I'm paying people. So it's just kind of a vicious circle. And depending on my mood, it makes me mad sometimes, or I just chuckle to myself when people say, oh man, you're in business, you got to be rich.